Our next guest has had moments in the NFL as well. A Pro Bowl quarterback for the Bengals, the Cardinals, the Raiders. He's a Heisman Trophy winner, the #1 pick in the 2003 draft, one of the best drafts ever. He is 13th overall with over 46,000 yards ahead of guys like Joe Montana and Johnny Unitas. Please welcome back to the breakfast table our friend Carson Palmer.
What's up?
Good at that, Nate.
Oh, I gotta hype you up, man.
Very great, man.
I don't want people to forget. You know how it is.
No, I appreciate that. I do. You know how it is, too.
I do.
It happens fast,
man.
doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. All right, so, Carson, your former team took the field last night in Oakland, and it was a high-intensity game for Oakland with everything that they had to deal with. So, one, what did you think about the team? But also, what went down with AB? Like, what did you think? Because you've played with what some would call big personalities or even diva wide receivers.
He recreated the definition of diva wide receiver in the last month and a half. I mean, it was difficult, as we all know, to follow. But I think what you saw is that team rallied around that experience they went through. That team showed up to training camp, they practiced, they worked, they got ready to play. They had to, every time you go back to your locker after every practice, you're answering questions. Where was AB today? What's going on? Helmet, feet, all those different things. I felt like they really came together. That really gelled them. And they just said, let's put this to bed. Let's put AB out of here. Let's go out. Let's dominate this game. Let's win with, the right way. There wasn't penalties. It wasn't sloppy. It was crisp. It was clean. They put that whole thing to bed and said, this is the Raiders team. Here we are. And they got to show it on Monday Night Football.
Kyler Murray is the quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals, a former first overall pick. You were a former first overall pick for the Arizona Cardinals. They were down 24-6 in the fourth quarter. He throws them on his back. They find a way. What was your first impressions of the Kyler Murray experience? The bad, which was early, and the good, which was late.
Yeah, the first 3 quarters, he looked like a rookie quarterback that didn't play 4 years in college and have a bunch of games under his belt, playing for a rookie NFL coach. You saw that, but you saw in the fourth quarter why he was the #1 pick. I mean, he all of a sudden you start seeing a little bit of fire, a little bit, deep shots, hitting Larry for the 2 big, 30, 40-yard gains, the touchdown pass there. You finally saw why he was the #1 pick, why there was so much hype around him, because that first game, it's hard. You're at home. Your coach is new. You're on a new team. You don't have a ton of games underneath your belt. But as the game went on, he started to figure things out, and I can't wait to watch him play in week 2.
Neither can we. Yesterday, Carson, was #Overreaction Monday. You know that around the league. Yeah. And one of the biggest reactions was the Browns are 16-0, now they're going 0-16. It's over. They're not going to win a game. Baker can't play. You saw all this. Another #1 overall pick, another Heisman winner. What's Baker got to do to get the Browns back together before a Monday nighter against the Jets?
Just don't do any interviews. Don't talk. Just play. Just show up to work. Get ready to play another Monday night game. The talking thing, they made themselves an easy target. All the talk, all the hype, all the different magazine and photo shoots that these guys are doing.
You should say no to those?
Just don't do so many. I mean, they're all over the place. You got Odell was wearing a $500,000 watch. There's just so much going on. Sometimes you need to get your butt whooped just to kind of start over.
Could it be a good thing?
Back to work. I think it'd be a good thing. This is one of the most talented teams in the NFL.
Yes.
You didn't see it. They didn't look like that. They didn't look like the most talented team on the field, and they were in week 1. In week 2, they will definitely be the most talented team. Put all that stuff aside. You got knocked down. Get back up, and I think we're going to see a different team in week 2.
Lamar Jackson was brilliant. 5 touchdowns, all through the air, picking apart a Dolphins defense. What did you make of that performance?
I think the Dolphins showed exactly how not to play football, not to play defensive football. I mean, it seemed like at times there was 8 defenders on the team or on the field. I don't know where the free safety was, but the slot receivers were running right down the middle of the field, and he's just lobbing it up. And there was nobody in the middle of the field. I don't know where the free safety was all game. I know you have to worry about Lamar running the football, and you have to worry about Ingram and all the guys they have in the backfield. But at some point, you can't let a rookie, you can't let Hollywood Brown run down the middle of the field without somebody defending the middle of the field. So it was great. He hit the balls he needed to hit, but I wouldn't expect to see it. You got to give him some credit, but I wouldn't expect him to see it. You won't see that all season long.
All right, now, if not the #1 spot, you were in everybody's top 5 throughout your career. So I got to ask you, give us your top 5 quarterbacks from week 1.
I thought what Dak did was spectacular. He showed every facet of a game you needed to see. I agree. You don't pay a guy off of 1 week. You pay a guy off of numerous weeks in a career. But he did it all. The deep ball he threw to Amari inside the 30-yard line, that's a hard ball to throw. This ball right here, you can't let that ball go. That ball has to get up and down before he runs out of the back of the end zone. He threw it with accuracy, the zip to Randall Cobb down the middle of the field. I mean, he's outside the pocket here. He did it all. He put on the absolute display. Second was Drew Brees, what he did with 37 seconds. I mean,
That's awesome.
the game's never over.
That's unreal, man.
The game's never, no timeouts.
Casual.
It's not over. You got to worry about Drew week in, week out.
It's like expected.
Yeah.
You assumed they were going to go down and score. We were watching. I was like, oh, this game's not over.
Too much time.
And Deshaun threw 2 absolute seeds to win it.
Yeah.
And he's on the sideline. He's putting a hat on. He's getting ready to do a post-game interview. And then boom, boom, boom. So what Drew did was amazing. What Deshaun did was amazing. But third, I had with Lamar. I mean, Lamar, 158 quarterback rating is not easy to do. I don't care how bad the defense is. 158 is hard to come up with.
It's hard to do versus air.
It's hard to do versus air. Patrick Mahomes, sign him up every week. He's in the top 5. If he's not 1, 2, or 3, he barely made my top 5 this week, and he had a spectacular game. But that's how good it was. The quarterback play this week was awesome. And then Tom Brady made it look easy. Tom Brady he makes it look easy week in, week out.
Here it is, your top 5 quarterbacks from week 1, according to Carson Palmer. Those might be switching.
Good list.
In and out, Dak Prescott at the top. We got to talk FedEx here because they're kicking off their 17th season with the air and ground program. And I know it's not just you. Fans can get involved as well. Tell us about it.
Yeah, fans can go on. You can vote today up until Thursday for your favorite performer in the air, on the ground. You can log on to NFL.com/FedEx. You can vote on NFL's Twitter page. It's a great way. It's a great cause where FedEx is donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to the USO Pathfinder program, which helps our retired servicemen and women transition into the next phase of their life. So it's a great way to stay involved. Log on FedEx Twitter page, FedEx.com. NFL.com/FedEx. Get involved. Vote for your favorite air player of the year, or air player of the week, and ground player of the week this week.
Who's your favorite ground guy since Dak's?
Marlon Mack, what he did.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy, crazy week. They came out, they ran the ball, they protected Jacoby, they did a great job. That's a good team that people are going to sleep on this year.
Real quick, you played with Hoosh and you played with Chad Johnson. Big personality. Some say difficult to play with. Advice to Tom Brady playing with Antonio Brown.
Tom Brady doesn't need anybody's advice. Tom Brady's he'll find a way to try. He'll do his best to make this work.
Could it not work?
Oh, very easily. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to mesh. I don't like the combination. Just from a quarterback standpoint, I don't like him for Tom. Tom needs guys exactly where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. Antonio's made a living getting open.
Yeah.
Just sometimes I'm going to be I'm going to run a dig at 18 yards. Sometimes it might be at 12, but I'll get open.
Yeah.
That does not work with what the Patriots do on offense. That is not what Tom wants. Tom, I'm sure, is going to try to mold him into what all the other receivers in front of him and Edelman and all those guys that are in front of him. He's going to try to see if he can fit into that and be precise and be exactly where he's supposed to be when he needs to be there. I haven't seen AB do that yet in his career consistently, so we'll see.
Strong words by a guy who knows all about it. Carson Palmer, man, thank you for joining us, bro.
Woo-woo.
Stuff, Carson. Come back anytime you want. Awesome stuff.
You didn't want to give Brady advice, but Brady was asked relentlessly about AB, the new addition, his brand new teammate. We will hear from TB12 after this about his new baller, apparently, and the Giants have a superstar in the backfield. Why can't they get Saquon the ball more? He should be the ground guy every week on FedEx. What are we doing?
Air guy too.
Voted for him last year.
They're loading the box, guys.
I ran an Eli bootleg on 4th and 1. You have to take one board.
Eli's athletic.